I changed this character's hairstyle, facial expression, and gave her a full watercolor style makeover using just one AI tool, GetImg. It's a mind-blowing tool that lets you generate, edit, and animate images with just a few clicks. No design skills needed, just upload an image, and it handles the rest. You can also train the AI on your own images for character consistency. So in this video, I'll try all the features GetImg offers and tell where it hits the mark and where not. You'll find links to all the exclusive discounts in the description below. Once you head over to their website, you'll see all the tools lined up here and your credit balance displayed at the top. Alright, the first feature I'm testing is the image editor. Inside it, there's a tool called inpainting, which lets you mask any part of an image and describe what you want to change. The AI fills in that area with brand new content based on your prompt. It's great for changing hairstyles, expressions, outfits, anything visual. When you open the image editor, GetImg gives you a quick walkthrough of how each tool works, which is super helpful if you're new to it. Since GetImg is known for hairstyle edits, that's where I started. I uploaded this image of a girl with curly hair and went straight to the inpainting tab. Now to make the edit, I used the lasso tool to select just her hair. It's flexible and makes it easier to outline complex areas. Then I typed in the prompt, sleek, straight black bob, and hit generate. And here's what it gave me. On the first attempt, there wasn't much of a change. The hair looked almost the same as the original, so I tried a few more times. After about 3 tries, I got this version. It's still not perfect, you can see some odd details, but it's usable. I think if I had chosen a simpler hairstyle to begin with, the results would have been more accurate. Next, I decided to change the color of her dress. I kept it simple, masked the dress area, typed in red dress, and clicked generate. Pro tip: try editing one element at a time. If you change too many things in one go, the quality tends to drop. Here's the result, and honestly, it came out pretty clean. The red is bold, and the texture still looks natural. Then I wanted to test expression changes. I masked her face and typed in widespread smile with teeth. And here's what I got. It's actually quite good. The smile looks believable, and the overall style still matches the original image. Now let's try the Restyle feature. From this tab, I entered the prompt, Studio Ghibli style with watercolors. The result was just okay. It captured the watercolor look, but didn't really reflect the Ghibli aesthetic. So I tried a different prompt, soft anime style. This time, the output improved with a more artistic finish and a look closer to fantasy game or book characters. The tool seems better suited for that kind of use. You can also choose from a list of pre-made filters if you don't want to type a prompt. I applied a warm tone filter to make the image feel more inviting. Once you're happy with the result, just click Download to save the image. Next, I'm moving on to one of the more exciting features, image to video. Start by selecting a model. Each model gives a different look and feel. Some have higher resolution, others offer longer clip lengths or support different aspect ratios. It's a good idea to test a few and see what matches your style. Some models like Runway Gen 3, Turbo, and Kling 1.6 Pro also let you upload a last frame image to define how the video ends, but that step is totally optional. For this video, I'm going with Kling. Let's set it up and see what it can do. I've downloaded an image of a cat, and now I'm typing the prompt. I want the cat to look into the camera while flicking its tail. When writing your prompt, focus on 3 things. First, the subject. Describe what you're working with. In this case, I'm using a fluffy orange cat. Second, the action, what the subject is doing. I added flicks its tail and looks at the camera. And third, camera movement. I included that the camera moves to make the video feel more dynamic. This combination helps the AI understand exactly what to create. Now, video generation costs around 50 credits per second, so I'm keeping this one short, just 5 seconds. Next, pick an aspect ratio based on where you plan to post. Use 1:1 for Instagram, 16:9 for YouTube, or 9:16 for TikTok and Reels. I'm going with 1080p resolution to keep the video crisp and clear. There's also an option to generate background noise. It's useful if you want quick ambient sound, but you can skip it if you're planning to add your own audio later. Everything's set, so let's click Generate and see what we get. It took about 4 minutes and 5 seconds to render, and here's the result. Unfortunately, the prompt didn't really work as expected. The cat ended up sleeping, not flicking its tail or looking at the camera like I described. The only thing that matched was the camera movement, which looked smooth. The quality overall is solid, but I think the issue was the starting image. Since the cat was already in a sleeping pose, the AI couldn't shift it into an active scene. Choosing a more fitting image up front, like one where the cat is already sitting up, probably would have helped. Now let's move on to the next feature, text to video. Start by choosing your model. I'm going with Magi one for this one. Then enter your prompt. Same format as before. This time, I wanted to create a peaceful scenery, so I typed in a prompt for a sunset with beach waves and an orangish hue. Pick your aspect ratio, quality, and duration, then hit Generate. And this time, the result was actually impressive. The scene looks natural, the colors are smooth, and it really feels like a real video. Based on this, it seems like the tool performs best when you're working with natural environments or landscapes. Next, I'm testing out the text-to-image feature. For this, I'm using the GetImg Legacy model. It costs around 2 credits per generation, and I've set it to create 2 images at once. You can go up to 10 per batch if you want more variety, without running the same prompt multiple times. This time, I wanted to create a cozy image of a bookstore with an aesthetic twist, so I wrote a prompt describing a fully orange-themed cafe, an orange scooter parked outside, some plants near the storefront, and a cobblestone street to complete the vibe. I clicked Generate, and the results came in fast, less than 10 seconds for both images. Both turned out pretty accurate, but the second one stood out. It had more detail, better lighting, and overall felt closer to what I had imagined. Now for the 5th feature, image variation. This one's really useful when you want to keep the base look of your image, but explore different styles or small changes. It's great if you're going for visual consistency, but want a few different takes to choose from. For example, I uploaded a few images of Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and the results were spot on. The tool kept both her style and overall character consistent across every variation. Honestly, out of the 5 features I've tested so far, this one impressed me the most. Now let's look at the 6th feature, the Model Trainer. This tool lets you train the AI on your own images so you can create custom characters or visual styles. It's perfect for brand consistency, storytelling, or building out your own visual universe. From the GetImg AI dashboard, open the Model Trainer. First, choose the type of model you want to create. Select Character if you're uploading images of a person or a figure, or Style if you want to train a specific look, like a painting style, photography theme, or color tone. For this video, we're creating a consistent character, so I'll go with Character. Now give your model a name, something simple and easy to remember, especially if you're planning to make multiple models later. Next, select the gender, male, female, or neutral. This helps the model train more accurately based on the type of character you're creating. Then upload your training photos. The minimum is 3, but for the best results, try to upload between 10 and 20 high-quality images, ideally 1024 by 1024 or higher. If you're training a character, make sure the photos include different angles, lighting conditions, and facial expressions. Use plain backgrounds whenever possible, and avoid things like hats, glasses, or group photos. These can confuse the model during training. Also, make sure your uploads follow the guidelines. Use only images you own, avoid NSFW content, and get permission if you're uploading someone else's photos. Once your images are ready, click Train Model. You'll see an estimated training time, just review and confirm to begin. Now, this feature is definitely the most credit-intensive so far. It used about 1,450 credits for one training session, but considering you can reuse the trained character or style as much as you want later, it's a smart investment if you're planning to build a consistent creative project or brand identity. Once training is complete, your model will appear with a status of active, and you'll be ready to start generating with it. To use your custom model, open the AI generator from the dashboard, or simply click the AI generator icon next to your trained model inside the model trainer. Now, make sure to choose Flux.1 Dev as your base model. This is required if you want to generate using your trained character. Under the Consistent Characters dropdown, select the custom model you just trained. You'll also see a character influence slider. This controls how closely the output sticks to your trained character. I left it at 100, which is the default setting, and it gave a good balance between my character's features and the prompt I used. For this test, I wrote a prompt asking for a vintage painting of the trained character. I set it to generate 2 images and waited for the results. And here's what I got. The likeness held up really well, and the vintage style came through clearly. Then I got a little fun idea and added a new prompt, staring at a woman, to see how the model interprets context while keeping the same character. And here's that result. It actually looks quite natural. The emotion, posture, and consistency of the character all hold up nicely. Alright, moving on to the next feature, Image Upscaler. To test it, I uploaded a random image of an old building with aged windows and some trees in front. Let it process, and as you can see, the result came out great. The details are sharper, and you can clearly notice the quality difference side by side. Next, I tried the AI Resizer. I uploaded the same image and let the AI handle it. And look at this, it not only resized the image naturally, but also added a really smooth sunset in the background. No weird distortions, and the extra detail actually improved the vibe of the whole photo. After that, I tested the background remove feature using that same image. It handled it effortlessly, clean edges, no leftover fragments. I also tried it with a few other pictures from my gallery, and the results stayed consistently accurate. And the last feature is Uncrop. This one expands images naturally, making them wider while blending the new areas seamlessly into the original scene. It's subtle but really useful for everyday editing, especially when you need to reframe a shot without losing quality. And that's it. We've gone through the full walkthrough of GetImg AI. Before we wrap up, here's a quick look at the pricing. GetImg's free plan gives you 40 credits in a day, good for basic image edits and generations, but it doesn't include commercial use or advanced features like video generation and model training. If you want full access, the entry plan starts at just $10 a month with 3,000 credits. There's also a Plus plan for $65 a month that gives you 35,000 credits with all pro features like video generation, model training, fast processing, and commercial rights. Now for my final thoughts. Most features hit the mark, especially image variation, restyle, and text to image. The only area that felt a bit off was image to video, but with the right image and a few tries, even that showed decent results, just like we saw with the hairstyle edit earlier. So if you want to try GetImg AI yourself, you can click the link in the video description. And for another useful AI tutorial, watch this video next.